Hello everybody, it's Monday, it's the start of a new week, and today I'm going to talk to you about our zone cleaning, our FlyLady zone. This week we're in zone 3. Zone 3 is the bathroom. Now I'm going to explain what Swish and Swipe is. That's one of the FlyLady monthly habits, and I also think it's one of her baby steps. I've never done baby steps videos. A lot of other people have done them. You're more than welcome to put in the search bar of your YouTube FlyLady 21 baby steps, and tons of people's videos will come up doing that. And I'm thinking about, sorry, there's something on my face. I'm thinking about doing some of those videos, maybe not all 21, but just getting into a discussion about each thing, and or at least some of them, and what exactly they are. So today let's concentrate on Swish and Swipe, because that's in our bathrooms, because we are in the bathroom zone. Now, FlyLady does things a little bit differently from the way Steph at Secret Slob does things. Everyone kind of does their own FlyLady way. I also watched somebody named Diane in Denmark. I really like her. She's on YouTube, also on Instagram. And the other one I like is FlyLady Cat, K-A-T, and I can't remember exactly. I think if you put FlyLady Cat in, it'll come right up on YouTube as well. And they all have different ways. FlyLady has her way, Steph has her way, FlyLady Cat has her way, and Diane in Denmark, who used to be one of, what do they call them? She used to also be one of FlyLady's, she was one of the FlyLadies, is what I'm trying to say. They had to get the FlyLady name off their name, so Diane just changed it to Diane in Denmark. But anyway, she used to be an actual person who was affiliated with FlyLady. So she knows all the routines, she knows all of it. So those are all very, very good resources. I definitely don't think I'm an expert in this. This is just what I do, and I do it my way. And I kind of prefer some of the other, I sort of pick and choose from some of the other ladies. So I'm just basically here telling you ways I picked and chosen on my own to do things to make it easier for me. Because basically, just to boil the whole thing down, it's not about doing it this way or that way or the other way. It's how does it work for you. It's not going to make any difference how do I do it, because my house is going to be completely different from yours. If this is moving, my cat is pushing on the table, and she's doing the thing where you do your face, on something, and they leave their scent marks. And so she decided to come in here and mess with this because I'm in here. So I think the table and the video is moving. So anyway, I might give her a little push. Could you run along? Love these cats, just love them. She's just gonna keep on doing it. Okay, so let's get started, and I'm gonna explain Swish and Swipe. First, I wanna remind you, we're gonna be doing, here's our zone cleaning. We're always gonna zone in right here. If you wanna do a screenshot so you know exactly what we're doing this week, you can do that. In fact, I'll get my face out of the way. You can do a screenshot right now, up close and personal, of our zone cleaning. Also, remember, it's progress, not perfection. And remember, this resource is on thesecretslob.com. And if you'll go to resources, there are several resources under there, and this is one of them. So we are obviously on week 3. It'll say something like zone 3 bathrooms, and you'll click on that one, and that's the resource for this week. But you can print any of those out anytime. You don't have to be in zone 3 with me. You can be in any zone you want to be in. But this week, this is where Steph is this week. This is where I am this week. This is where Diane in Denmark is this week. FlyLady Cat is here this week. All of them, everybody that, pretty much that I watch is doing zone 3 this week. Now, I will tell you, Steph does her zone a little bit differently. FlyLady does bathrooms and an extra room. And then I've noticed if you look on FlyLady's website, and she's flylady.net, that hers this week is office. So if you wanted to do an extra bedroom, you could do that. But she has office missions, which she calls missions, and she has bathroom missions. So she's got them together, bathroom and office missions, and she's got two missions for each day. So one in the bathroom, one in the office. And you don't have to do them all. You can pick 2 or 3. And anyway, but Steph is not doing it that way. Steph does all of her bathrooms, and depending on how many bathrooms, I know Steph has several bathrooms. We only have 2, so it's pretty easy for me to do both of them. If you are feeling overwhelmed, pick the worst one and work on it, because the idea is just, let's get started. It's not about killing ourselves, okay? So anyway, Steph is in the laundry room and all of her bathrooms. So she's not doing the quote extra room, she's doing her laundry room. So that's why you will see on her sheet where she has laundry room down here at the bottom, okay? So that explains that. So everybody does it differently, and that's fine. And like I said, you can be in a completely different zone. You can clean your bedroom this week if that's what you want to do, okay? So you do it the way you want to do it. And I want to just glance at my notes, make sure. Okay, month of July habit. FlyLady has a monthly habit every month. We're in the month of July right now. If you could be watching this at any other month of the year, and you could be watching this 5 years from now, but this is July 2020, and so we are in the month of July, and the habit of the month is swish and swipe. So I decided, since we're in the bathroom, and since it is the month of July and it is the swish and swipe habit month, there's a habit for every month, and those are nice to build on, but I decided we would go ahead and discuss swish and swipe. So when we do swish and swipe, it's a good resource. Now, by the way, you do not need this, but this is the FlyLady Rubba Swisha. Is that what this says? Yeah, FlyLady Rubba Swisha. And it's this, she finally decided to get it. She just used to have the brush by itself. She finally decided to get a container to go. So I'm just gonna pull this up and show you. Her brush is very good. It's very good plastic. All right, and so here's what it looks like. Okay, so that's a Rubba Swisha. It's very firm, works very well, and I love that part because it goes up under that that kind of lip that's hard to get to. Now, a lot of times, I'm just going to be really honest with you, I've cleaned houses for 20 years. A lot of times these brushes still don't get it for me, and I just have gloves on, and I just get a paper towel, and I just wipe under that, and a lot of mold and mildew stuff will come off. So that's how I do it. I know it sounds gross, but I personally don't have a problem with putting my hand in there if I've got my gloves on, okay? So I use disposable gloves. Now, if you're gonna do that, put that down. It might be better to get some longer ones and just to have a regular set of gloves that you just use in your bathroom, because obviously we don't wanna be washing our dishes with something that we used in our toilet, okay? That's just, I think that's obvious. So I know when I used to just use regular rubber gloves for cleaning, I would have one color that would be for my kitchen, because I took all the stuff with me, okay? And I still do that when I go clean somebody, but I just use disposable and throw them right now. But I used to have 2 sets, and I would have like maybe a purple one or something would be kitchen and blue would be bathroom, and I knew which was which, and I didn't have to worry about, oh my gosh, I don't know which one. I always knew which one. Okay, so you can do that. You can put a pair under your kitchen cabinet, maybe in a little plastic container or something, so it can dry, so it's not dripping everywhere, you know what I mean? Okay, so swish and swipe. Okay, so let's get back to what swish and swipe is. So basically, it's a very, very quick clean of your bathroom. It's not a 30-minute clean of your bathroom. Swish and swipe is you go in there. If you've decluttered, you don't have so much on your vanity. And some people don't have a lot on their vanity. Some people have tons. If you have tons, it's just going to slow you down. So if you can find a way to store some of these things underneath, or, you know, I've got a cabinet here, and then I've got cabinets underneath here. So I have places I can store a lot of mine. I do have about 4 or 5 things that sit out to the side, you know, some soap, the stuff I use on my face, so I don't have to go hunting for it or whatever. But, you know, I could probably put it all away, but it's just easier for me to have those 4 things sitting there. But as much as you can get off of there, the better, because I can just pick up these 4 or 5 things. I can put them, usually my toilet is not that dirty, so I just have the seat down. I have them on top of that seat, or you can put it on the tank, but sometimes it slides, you know, so I have it on the seat, you know, the seat down, and I have it there. And then I just get my spray cleaner and my paper towel, or one of these cute little pink cloths, or you could use the larger one. She's got the purple. I brought both in here. She's got the purple and the silver. So these are the larger ones, and these are the minis. I love the minis. These are so cute. And then I just fold it in half and use it this way. So you spray your cleaner, or however, you can use Dawn dishwashing liquid on here with some water, and then you just wipe it down. It does not take all day. Then you immediately put the stuff back, okay? Or if you want to have a damp one and then a dry one and go behind it and dry it, so then you can immediately put the stuff back. Okay, so, and you clean your sink out. So this doesn't take all day, okay? It's just a very quick swipe. That's why it's called Swish and Swipe. And then the swish part is your toilet bowl. And then you can get a paper towel or just some toilet paper or Kleenex. Just be sure you're not flushing anything but toilet paper into your toilet, okay? If you're gonna use paper towel, put it in the trash. And then you can just, if there's like hair or whatever, we all tend to drop hair. I have lots of hair, obviously I drop hair everywhere. So you might just need to get the hair off the toilet, the behind there and everything, and just kind of wipe it down. Now, what I do during Swish and Swipe, I go a little bit further than FlyLady, and I just go ahead and I just use paper towels or one of these cloths. I use the cloths on the vanity top, but I don't use those on my toilet because then to me that's gross. I just use paper towels. That's the way I've always done it. You do it the way you want to do it, okay? If it's not gross to you, that's fine with me. That's not bothering me. I have a little OCD about certain things, and that's one of my things. So you do it your way, but I just use the spray cleaner, and I go ahead and pretty much clean the whole toilet. I may not do around the toilet or at the very bottom where it gets really gunky. I may not do all that. During the Swish and Swipe, I may just do the basic, the top, and then the seat and under the seat and all that kind of stuff. And then of course, the toilet bowl. The toilet bowl is the main thing. The main idea behind Swish and Swipe, again, it's not perfection. It's just to keep it clean. So if for some reason you or a family member were to have some sort of stomach trouble and needed to use the toilet for, sometimes we have to vomit somewhere, right? I mean, thankfully, we don't have a lot of that here, but when you have children, a lot of times they are going to be doing that. Unfortunately, that stuff is catching and it just goes around. But it's nice to have a clean toilet for that, because then you're, quote, worshiping at the porcelain altar, right? We've all had to do that. It's disgusting. Nobody wants to do it, but it's nice to have a clean one to do. So if you've swished and swiped recently, even if it was 3 days ago, that's better than 3 weeks ago, okay? So somebody had asked me, I'd had a new viewer who would ask, tips and tricks. Swish and Swipe is a wonderful tip and trick. If you want a tip and trick and a bathroom hack, that is it. If you will just wipe your sink every day and your vanity every day, every other day, every third day, you will notice a huge difference. Then when zone cleaning comes up and we get to this list, there's not a lot to do here, because you have been swishing and swiping and your toilet looks great and your sink looks great and your vanity looks great, and you've wiped your mirror because you have done, on Monday we have weekly home blessing. If you follow me and you know about weekly home blessing, on Mondays or whatever day you choose to do, you can get your cloth or your paper towel or whatever, and you can, with these cloths, you only need water. You do not need any products. You can dampen this cloth and then you can wipe that mirror down as well. And so that's part of, you can use it, you can do that with part of Swish and Swipe if you would like. If you would like to extend Swish and Swipe more than 30 seconds, you don't mind taking 3 or 4 minutes, you can go ahead and dampen your cloth or get your paper towel and spray, and you can do your mirrors, okay? So whichever way you want to do it, with Swish and Swipe or weekly home blessing. Again, mirrors, that's one of the weekly home blessing things, okay? Weekly home blessing is a very quick cleanup of your house. I've gotten to where I'm doing it on Fridays and Mondays, or do some on Friday and some on Sunday. And so I might do my mirrors twice a week. Because we were in the bathroom zone today, I went ahead and did my mirror again. Was it really dirty? Not really. There were a few droplets of water up there, basically, that had dried. So I just very quickly dampened this and used it. I did not use any product. It was strictly water. The cleaner you keep things, the less hazardous products you're going to need. You don't need a lot of toxic products when you're doing Swish and Swipe. You can use Dawn dishwashing liquid. You can use any dishwashing. It doesn't have to be a name brand. You can use the cheapest thing you can find. You can use the really good non-toxic name brands that are wonderful, plant-based, whatever. You know what I'm talking about. I can't think of one of those names right now. I don't use them because they're very pricey. I just use Ajax. I usually show you the Ajax. It's the cheapest. It's probably more toxic than the Dawn. Ajax tends to be a little toxic, but the Ajax dishwashing liquid is about as cheap as you can get. I'm sure if Great Value makes it, that's fine too. You can get Palm Olive at the dollar store. Okay, now In your shower, because we are in zone 3, so at some point we need to clean our shower, right? This is a trick, a hack of mine. This, if you will get this, and I'm just going to show you, I've been using up products this year. I've had this forever. I never used it. It was just sitting in the cabinet. I'm trying to use up products this year. You don't need much. You just need a little couple drops on here. If you are standing in your shower, showering this morning, I'll just give you an example. I took a shower this morning because we're in zone 3. I said, you know what? I looked around. Okay, my shower honestly is not that dirty because we're in zone 3 every month. Also, I use one of these microfiber cloths. This is another hack. If you'll wipe your shower walls down every single time you shower, even if you can't get your husband to do anything, if you will squeegee or wipe down once a day, it doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be after everybody's shower, but if you can try to grab it after one person's shower, you can cut down on a lot of these issues. Okay, that's another tip and trick there. It doesn't have to be FlyLady brand. It can be any microfiber cloth. You could get the cheapest washcloth out there and wipe it down. You just want the cloth needs to be dry, and then you start drying it off, and then you wring it out so it'll be drier, and then continue on all the way around your shower, okay? But I just put a drop or two on here. This was I wet it first. I was in the shower. I put this under the shower head, wet it. Then you go and you just scrub up and down. Now we just have bathtubs, so it's just a very small bathtub with the shower walls. So ours isn't a huge big deal. If you've got those huge walk-in showers, you may just pick one big wall and do it when you're in there. You don't have to spend 30 minutes in there. If you can just get one wall done, that's great. But these are great. Now, you don't want to use the one that you've been using on your body. So this is one I strictly keep in there just for cleaning. And obviously, it's like the glove thing. I know which one it is. I know this is for cleaning. I don't use this on my body, okay? I clean the shower with it. You could also clean your bathtub with this. You could use this same stuff. Again, swish this around your bathtub. What I did, I've got the spray nozzle. I get that down, and then I spray all the soap off. And then my bathtub really did not look dirty. I have not been taking baths. It tends to get dirty when you're sitting in it, and dirt and stuff are flecking off of your body. So if you're not sitting in your tub, and I do not, I just take showers, your tub doesn't get that dirty or disgusting, especially if you have time. I don't usually wipe mine down with this, but you could even wipe that down while you're, after your shower if you had time or cared. If you don't care, don't worry about it. And I actually don't. I just wait until it looks dirty and then I clean it. Clean it once a month, whatever, it's fine. But you could do the same thing. You could use something like this, and it could be anything. It doesn't have to be this. I'll show you another trick. This is a shampoo I bought. It's one of these natural shampoos. I could have returned it. You see how big that was. I hated it for shampoo. It was the world's worst shampoo for me. It didn't work for me, but it's more of a natural product. I like natural products. You can use that on this as well. I don't think this lathers very well, so I'm not sure cleaning the shower would be great with it. But what you can do with it is you can fill this up. Now, if you've got cats or dogs that mess with stuff, you may not want to put much in there because they might tip this over. I kind of cram it behind my toilet, so hopefully no one can knock into it by accident. But you can put Dawn dishwashing liquid with some water, it would be a lot of water and some Dawn. You can put some water and this. You can put some water and this. You can put some water and anything that you have in here. And then when you bring this out, it's going to be, I'm not going to pull it out. It's kind of hard to pull this out, but when you pull this out, it's going to be, obviously water is going to, and soap's going to be dripping off of it. And so you want your toilet seats, both your seats up, and then you can sort of hang this over the toilet, and then when you get the brush out, it'll be hanging over the toilet, so you're not getting soap all over your bathroom. Although, you can wipe it up. It's not a big deal. And then you can scrub your toilet with this, okay? So if you keep the soap in there all the time, this one happened to be dry, so it was a lot easier to show it to you. But anyway, you can fill that with any product you like, anything. It does not have to be an expensive product. You do not need expensive name brand anything to clean your bathtub with. Your toilets, your anything. Now this, let me show you this one other thing. When you get finished with your shower, if you have a mold and mildew problem in there, this is the great value from Walmart. Tilex also sells they've got the Tilex regular mold and mildew, and they have the Tilex I think it's called Mildew Root. I used to love Mildew Root, and lately I don't seem to have tons of luck with it, but I'm really liking this product. It's also cheap, a little bit cheaper. It does kill a lot of the germs. Sometimes because of the pandemic, these things are difficult to find. So if you can't find it, but you got bleach, if you bought bleach while everyone else was running around buying bleach, all you need is a spray bottle. Any spray bottle, make sure whatever was in it is gone. It needs to be washed out with dishwashing liquid and aired out. And then you can just put a solution of bleach and water. And there is no magic number. I don't just put tons of bleach in there. If I'm going to do it, it's going to be mostly water, and maybe for this bottle, maybe a cap full of bleach would be about it for me. And that should, if that's not enough, you can always add more. And you know, you might just fill it up to here, and then you can add more bleach to it if you need to. But it's been a while since I've mixed my own, but it's not like I did half and half. It was nothing like that. Bleach, a little bleach goes a long way, but you can do that and then spray your tiles. Like I'm going to do that later. I've cleaned my tub and my shower now, or well, I didn't really do much to the tub. I just sprayed it out. But I'm going to clean I've got a little bit of mold and mildew in there. I'm going to clean with that. I'm going to open the window and I'm going to shut the bathroom door. My husband does not love the smell. He doesn't really want to smell that when he comes home, so I probably should have done it earlier because it's getting later in the day now. But that's okay. He's not gonna fuss and complain. But I do open a window and shut the door so it's not going everywhere, because it really does smell bad. But it will get a lot of that, and you don't even really have to scrub it. You can if you want to. I don't. I just let it sit. And if the first time doesn't work, this is the way I do things, y'all. I still am not going to scrub it. If it didn't work the first time, I'm going to try it again. And you know, if I have to resort to scrubbing it, I have an actual grout scrubber. But be careful with that, because the bleach is going to go everywhere. If you're going to start scrubbing bleach, it's going to be all over you. So you want to make sure you have clothes on you care nothing about. Make sure you don't care about your shoes. Make sure your bath mat's out of the way. When you're dealing with bleach, you need to get everything out of your way, because it is going to go everywhere. So just be mindful of that when you're spraying it or doing anything with bleach. That's one of the reasons I don't like to actually clean with it. I use it very rarely. I have it, but I don't use it much because it's always getting on me, my clothes. You know, you don't want to ruin your clothes and your shoes over your bleach day. So let's just make sure we have something on we don't care about. We don't care about our shoes. We don't care about anything. And we get all of our nice towels and bath mats and everything out of the way when we're doing this, okay? All right, I've gotten off course. Let me see what else we have here. I think I said most of it. I talked about, okay, every time you're in the shower, if you will squeegee or use one of these cloths to wipe it down, and I did already mention that. I'm just making sure. Clean the shower while you're in it. Use body wash and a sponge or that body scrubber I showed. Use microfiber cloth to dry the walls off after. Once again, that just helps with the mold and mildew. And then if you have the mold and mildew spray, just like I said, you spray with that bleach, water. You can make up your own or buy the spray like I showed you. Okay, and if you will clean like this, if you'll do the swish and swipe, even if you do it every 3 to 4 days, you will notice a huge difference. If you will do the zone cleaning, you will notice a huge difference. Even if you only clean your shower walls once a month, even probably if you only cleaned it every 6 weeks, if you're wiping down with something, the squeegee or something like this, or even a washcloth, it will cut your cleaning time. You won't have all this. You won't have all the hard water problems. You won't have all the smearing and the yuck and the gunk, okay? Okay. So basically, that cuts down your need for the harsh cleaners and the elbow grease. The more often we can get this done, even if it's just once a month, a real good cleaning, the less elbow grease we need, the less scrub time we need, the less harsh cleansers we need. So that's just, to me, that's very important. I have lots of pets. I'm concerned about my health. I'm concerned about their health. I don't want anyone dying over harsh cleaners. There's really no reason. There's no reason for it. And your bathroom will smell very good if you just use a regular body wash of your choice, whatever body wash you have laying around there that you prefer. Even if it's maybe a little bit more expensive, you only need a couple drops. When you use these scrubbers, you don't need a lot of soap at all. So even if it's the most expensive, let's say for some reason you love a $30 body wash, you only need a couple drops. Once you wet this, put a couple drops on, that's all you're gonna need for the whole shower, because that scrubber is gonna keep on manifesting all kinds of bubbles, okay? Because those scrubbers are good at that. I'm trying to get that I'll just lay that down because it's not going where it's supposed to. All right, make sure I'm about done. Now let's go through this really quick. I showed you this and I'm gonna read it off. I'm gonna turn it this way. Dust sills and baseboards. So if you have that in your bathroom, this is part of your bathroom cleaning. Straighten your drawers. Now I didn't do that last month, so I'm gonna try to remember to do that this month. I've got a cabinet over here that's got some stuff in it. Then I've got a couple drawers and then some cabinets down here below it. So below my vanity. So I'm gonna try to go through at least some of that, even if I don't get to all of it. Clean the vanity. So you could do the top, this, which is your swish and swipe part, and also those cabinet fronts, which I haven't done the cabinet fronts in a long time, so I'm going to do that this time. And again, something like this with some dish soap, so it should work on that, on those the cabinets as well. If it's gotten super dirty, you might need something a little stronger, but I start with lesser and then go to stronger if I need it. Wash your bath mats. Mine look great. My Roomba runs in there and a lot, and it goes across those bath mats and they look really clean, and I think I just did it recently, so I'm not going to do my bath mats. It tends to tear them up. I have to hang them up to dry and all this, or it tears them up. Clean the shower. We talked about that at length. Clean your bathtub. Clean the outside of the toilet. That is something that you may not be doing. If you're going to do your swish and swipe, you may not do that on a regular basis. So that's a good time, this while we're in the zone, let's clean the outside part of the toilet, the part at the bottom where those little screw things, screw in. Okay, windows. I do the windows while I'm in the zone. That's part of my zone work. And you can also do the windows while you're doing your weekly home blessing. So I try to I've talked before about it, I kind of try to do those together. So whatever zone we're in, do the windows, do the mirrors, okay? The floors, so obviously you run your vacuum and mop, or however you do it. I run my Roomba in there very often, and I just mopped, I think, on Friday. So I'm good with the floors. I cleaned the walls the other day. I added that onto her list. She didn't have that on there, but I did. I've got that old tile from the 50s in there, and I did clean my tile walls on Friday. And then I also put cabinets on there. I think where she has clean vanity, she's also talking about cabinets. And then she's got her laundry room, dust sills and baseboards, wipe down machines, clean inside of washer, and do the floors. And of course, if you need to mop, so vacuum and mop in there if you needed to. All right, this has been kind of a long video. Thanks for sticking with me. Love you guys. Hope this helps you clean your bathrooms in a more timely, faster fashion. A quick clean of your bathroom every 2, 3, 4 days really will get you moving. Thanks so much for watching. See you later. Bye-bye.